Basically, we have the running music education center in Taiwan, which is more than 30 years. So since I was born, my mom just established the music school. And I'm excited to invite the Adam, our fabulous musician, to join us to share some pieces. But before that, I think his story of how he get into learn the violin, I think that story was more touched. Remember we met in Lincoln Center, which is we performed in a concert.
Yeah, we're stand partners.
Yeah, and we just play around the things that fly with bumblebee.
Yeah, I was just messing around during the break. Everybody go to the bathroom.
And you think that's messing around, but I think that's awesome. How the people can play that fast with fly with a bumblebee? I couldn't do that too. So I decided that during that time, I think Adam have a lot of passion on the violins perform, and we shared a little bit how we learn the violin, which is when I'm starting 4, and so you learn at 23 years.
Yeah,
you're teaching a little bit, right? But you perform a lot, which is 1,000 more.
Starting to perform again now after the pandemic.
Yeah. So the story is that I heard that you've been kind of begging your moms like 5 years for just ask them you want to learn the violin. Could you share some of that for us?
When I was in kindergarten,
Yeah.
and the whole school got together to listen to the Christmas concert, and I remember being so drawn to the violins, maybe because they were playing the melody. But after that day, I really, really wanted to play the violin. And I went home and I asked my mom, and she was like, no, I don't think so, because we didn't have a lot of money, and it's expensive toy. Yeah, but I really wanted it so badly, so I started making little fake violin things and pretending like I took a Kleenex box, a rubber band, and a empty toilet paper roll, and I had a little green ruler, and I would play fake violin.
So during that time, you really want to play
violin?
Yeah,
really. This is 5-6 years old.
Finally, you make some sounds on that?
No, there was no sounds. My ruler and the rubber band didn't make any sounds. But finally, I mean, 5th grade came around, and after me making fake violins and asking for 5 years to play, my mom was like, okay, I guess you want this. So she took a risk, and she rented a violin for me to see, and then I practiced so hard, start from the beginning.
Yeah. So that's why you're very good today. So during the time, I heard the story from you for how you learned the violin for the 5 years, and I decided, because I had a lot of good violins, so you deserve the good violins. So I decided to sponsor you my violin to play the solo concerts, which is how many? The 2, right?
Actually, well, now 3. But two concertos, Brahms concerto and Saint-Saëns.
Yeah, just try my best to kind of, it's not help because you deserve it.
It is helping though.
I cannot say that help because you deserve it. The best violin should be the best musicians to perform the sounds is out, to share all the people.
But every time, I didn't have anybody to hang out with, or I went to school and somebody made me upset, I come home and I play violin and I let it out in violin, so it was like an emotional outlet for me. Yeah. It still is, actually, to this day. Sometimes I'm in bad mood or something, and I just go play a piece that I want to play that helps my mood or goes with my mood. And I know a lot of people who they learned when they were younger, and they go to college, Columbia or Harvard or whatever, and then they major in business or something, and then they don't play, but then they come back when they're adults, and they find the orchestras in the cities where they live to play in, and it's sort of like they're finding their passion again, and they have their escape from their job and everything.
What next piece will go?
Paganini?
Yeah, the Paganini, which is the devil part, which is very good.
Most difficult music ever written.
Yes.
Thank you.